September 2025 brings important updates and payment dates for benefits, pensions, and cost of living support across the UK. As the long summer school holidays wind down, many families might start to feel a little relief from some of the recent financial pressures. However, for millions across the country, the challenge of managing rising living costs continues daily, with prices increasing faster than household incomes. This ongoing struggle affects a large portion of the population, making it essential to understand what financial support is available and when key payments will be made. Research from the Resolution Foundation highlights that the cost of essentials remains stubbornly high even after the peak of the cost of living crisis in 2022. While inflation has returned to levels seen before the pandemic, prices for everyday goods have not dropped and continue to strain family budgets, especially with wages remaining stagnant. Meanwhile, household bills are often so high that many people are forced to rely on credit or loans just to cover basic needs. Food insecurity remains a major issue, with around 7.3 million adults, equivalent to nearly 14% of households, reporting difficulties affording enough food in early 2025, according to the Food Foundation. Energy debt has also soared, with arrears more than doubling over the last 5 years to reach nearly £4 billion by the end of 2024. In this difficult economic environment, claiming all the benefits and financial assistance you are entitled to is more important than ever. Approximately 24 million people in the UK, about 1 in 3, receive some form of Department for Work and Pensions (DWP) benefit. However, studies show that around £23 billion worth of benefits go unclaimed every year, meaning many eligible individuals miss out on support. Helpful online tools are available to calculate what you might be entitled to, so it's worth exploring those if you're unsure. For those facing issues with benefits or the cost of living, reaching out for advice can make a big difference. The DWP offers various benefits that continue to be paid on schedule in September, with no bank holidays interrupting payments. These include universal credit, state pensions, pension credit, child benefit, disability living allowance, personal independence payment, PIP, attendance allowance, carers allowance, employment support allowance, income support, and job seekers allowance. Detailed payment dates and more information can be found on the government's website. An important ongoing change is the migration of all legacy benefits like tax credits, income support, job seekers allowance, and housing benefit onto universal credit. The DWP aims to complete this process by January 2026, and those affected should have already received notices about the transition. If you encounter any problems with universal credit, PIP, or other benefits, help is available via official channels. Pension payments follow a structured schedule in September, based on the last 2 digits of the recipient's national insurance number. Pensions are typically paid every 4 weeks directly into bank accounts. For example, if your NI number ends between 0 and 19, expect payment on Monday, 20 to 39 on Tuesday, 40 to 59 on Wednesday, 60 to 79 on Thursday, and 80 to 99 on Friday. This predictable schedule helps pensioners plan their finances more easily. Benefit rates were increased by 1.7% in April 2025, matching inflation levels from the previous September. This uplift affected working-age benefits such as universal credit, PIP, DLA, attendance allowance, carers allowance, ESA, and others. Meanwhile, state pensions saw a larger increase of 4.1%, aligned with wage growth under the triple lock system, adding approximately £472 annually for pensioners. Looking ahead, April 2026 will bring significant changes for universal credit claimants. Following new welfare legislation, claimants will receive an above-inflation increase of at least 2.3%, with such rises continuing yearly until 2029. However, at the same time, the health-related element of universal credit for new claimants will be cut from £105 to £50 per month, and this reduced rate will be frozen until 2029. This means anyone who may be eligible should apply sooner rather than later to maximize support. Beyond these payments, other forms of assistance are available for those facing immediate financial challenges. The government offers budgeting advance loans to universal credit recipients dealing with emergencies. These interest-free loans must be repaid over a maximum of 2 years through deductions from benefit payments. Loan amounts depend on your circumstances. Single claimants can borrow up to £348, couples up to £464, and those with children receiving child benefit up to £812. Importantly, deductions from universal credit to repay these loans are capped at 15% of the standard allowance starting April 2025, reduced from 25%, to ease repayment burdens. Housing support is another critical area. If you receive housing benefit or the housing element of universal credit, you may qualify for a discretionary housing payment, DHP, from your local council. DHPs help cover rent shortfalls, deposits, or rent in advance if you need to move. Because councils administer these payments locally, the amount and eligibility criteria can vary, so contacting your council directly is the best way to find out what help is available. The Household Support Fund, HSF, is also active and provides vital aid to families in financial hardship. Distributed by local councils, the fund can help with essential appliances, utility bills, and direct cash payments of up to £300. Each council has discretion over how to allocate this money, so the support you receive will depend on where you live. The government has pledged £1 billion to continue this programme until March 2026, after which it will evolve into a crisis and resilience fund that will replace the DHP. For those who don't qualify for government assistance or need additional help, charitable grants may be an option. Various charities offer grants for people with disabilities, illnesses, carers, bereaved families, unemployed individuals, students, and more. Turn to Us is a useful online platform where you can search for grants matching your situation. While these grants usually have specific criteria and limited funds, they can provide important support in tough times. Energy costs remain a significant worry for many households. Several energy suppliers, including British Gas, Scottish Power, EDF, E.ON, and Octopus, offer schemes or assistance to customers struggling to pay their bills. It's a good idea to contact your energy provider directly to see what help you might qualify for. On the positive side, Ofgem recently lowered the energy price cap for July to September 2025 from £18.49 to £17.20, a 7% decrease following 3 consecutive increases. The cap limits the maximum amount suppliers can charge on standard tariffs and is reviewed quarterly, with the next update expected at the end of August for the final quarter of the year. Council tax reductions are another form of relief available. If you meet certain criteria or receive benefits, you might qualify for a council tax discount of up to 100%, often called council tax support. Even if you don't meet standard criteria, some councils offer discretionary reductions for people in severe financial hardship. Applying for these reductions is done through your local council's website or contact centre. Childcare support continues to expand as well. Currently, all working parents in the UK are entitled to 30 hours of free childcare for children aged 3 to 4. Since April 2024, 15 hours of free childcare has been available for 2-year-olds. From September 2025, this will further expand so that all children under 5 will be eligible for 30 hours of free childcare. Parents must apply online and reconfirm eligibility every 3 months. Additionally, working parents can apply for tax-free childcare, which offers a 20% government contribution up to £500 annually. One question many people have is whether there will be another cost of living payment in 2025. As of now, the Department for Work and Pensions has not announced any continuation of this scheme, which provided extra payments from 2022 to early 2024. The final payments were made in February 2024, so households should not expect further automatic payments under this program this year. Overall, September 2025 is a month of steady support for many households, with benefit and pension payments continuing on schedule and some helpful increases already applied. Despite ongoing financial challenges and rising living costs, various government programs and local support services remain available to ease the pressure. Staying informed about payment dates, eligibility criteria, and application processes is key to making sure you receive every pound of support possible. Whether it's claiming universal credit, applying for discretionary housing payments, seeking charitable grants, or checking in with your energy provider, there are options to help manage the cost of living this September and beyond. Taking action now can help build a more secure financial footing as the year progresses.